What's up everyone, welcome back. Today we're playing Ruby Daring Tracker in Historic Brawl. Ruby is a Gruul, just single red, single green, legendary creature human scout with haste. Whenever Ruby Daring Tracker attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, Ruby gets +2/+2 until end of turn. We're not really worried about that clause, it may be relevant. What we're really worried about, or what we really like about this card, is you can tap it for red or green. So essentially this is a turn 2 mana dork. And it comes down with haste, which is unusual but awesome because it means we can tap it right away. So it really works more like a mana rock than it does a mana dork, right? Usually like a Land of War Elves or something like that, it comes down turn 1, but you can't tap it right away because it doesn't have haste. Ruby has haste, so we can tap it right away, so we can get the mana right away. So this is a Gruul land destruction deck. There are every single land destruction card I could think of in here. I think there's only a couple missing. Like I don't actually have Stone Rain because it's a rare for some reason on Arena, even though it's a common in real life. It's like a 10-cent common, but on Arena it's a rare, and I didn't really want to spend a rare wild card on Stone Rain because I don't know what other deck I'm going to put that in. But other than that, I have pretty much every other land destruction spell. So the point of the deck is essentially, you know, the green cards are ramp and the red cards are land destruction, destroy things, right? And the goal of the deck is to bleed our opponent out of their resources and overwhelm them with endgame value once we, you know, we'll ramp while they lose lands, right? So we'll have 7 lands while they have 1, and then we'll try to keep that trend going, play something like Waking the Trolls, right? Blow up another land, and eventually make a bunch of 4/4s equal to the number of lands in their graveyard, or Ravager Worm, you know, a tally, whatever, you know, we choose in the end game or get to. But the beginning to mid game is all about making sure they can't cast the stuff in their hand because they don't have any lands to do it with. Beyond that, it's pretty much standard mana base, fetches, Cavern of Souls for our commander. Not that we really need it because it comes down so early. You know, green and red don't have the best ways of drawing cards, so I included some other value stuff in here, like the gate cards, right? Just so that we'll have a lot of mana, but not always something to do with the mana. So it's nice to have some of the gates to like get a card in our hand. Other than that, yeah, it's what you'd expect. Cultivate, and then some recursion, because we don't, you know, outside of Arena, like if you were to make this deck in paper, there's a lot more land destruction cards outside of Arena. There are only a handful, maybe 15 on Arena, so we're gonna need to bring some of those cards back from our graveyard in order to do it more than we have the cards in our deck, if that makes sense. So there's a couple recursion options. My favorite one is Shigeki. This is probably one of my top favorite cards of all time. It's just such a cool card, but we'll have a ton of mana, right? Let's say we've run out of cards in our hand, we draw Shigeki. Well, we can bring all the nasty things we did early in the game back into our hand with all of our big mana and just do it all over again. So yeah, that's the deck. Ruby's essentially just ramp. that's the reason it's in the command zone. And the reason we need the ramp is because a lot of the land destruction spells are 4 mana. So if we want to like cast these before our opponent gets to 4 lands, you know, we need to be able to ramp. So yeah, that's the deck. If you want to join the Discord and request a deck, Discord link is in the description. This was a viewer requested deck, so got around to it. They kind of left it open-ended, but they did kind of like slightly hint at land destruction being a theme. They just said, Ruby seems like a cool card, what can you do with that? Land destruction, that's what we're doing with that. Alright, let's hop into the game. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. Yep. So I played a couple games with this already. The deck worked really well. Surprisingly well, actually. But we'll see what happens on you know, while I'm being recorded. Okay. Basri Ket. This might be a tough one because mono white decks are low to the ground, so you can usually cast their stuff even only on 1 land. But we'll see where this goes. Land destruction. maybe land destruction, lots of ramp. They get to go first. This is at least a good blocker. I think we'll keep. What is this, a human scout? That's nice. Alright. Oop, hit the microphone. Human. I think there's... Are there any other scouts in my hand? Elf? Elf? No. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do human. That's fine. We could have played this just to get the tap land out of the way, but that's okay. We have untapped sources. Just do it like this. Get Ruby down. Maybe they're a life gain deck. I guess we'll attack since there's nothing else to do with Ruby. Probably the best card in their deck. No big deal. Okay, let's get a red source down. Yeah, I guess more blockers is good. Or do we want this guy to chump their 1/1s? Because this will ramp us and chump their 1/1s. Sure. Gaining life. Get rid of the mountain. We'll just get one of each. Don't really think it matters. And then we can get a card back if we want, but we don't really have anything to get back. What is this? A creature or land, right? Yeah. We'll just pass. We can't block Adeline right now. Adeline. Adeline sounds better. Yep, commander, make a big 4/5. They're gonna put some creatures into play, so we'll just block that. That's fine. We'll take the 5. I think we're gonna get to this Ravager Worm sometime soon. Okay. Land destruction. So, how much mana we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially. This is sorcery. We could also just make some bears and block. What else does this do? Whenever one or more non-token creatures attack this turn, create them any 1/1s. Yeah, see, the tough thing is I don't know if land destruction is the right play right now. I think we need to, like, gum up the battlefield. Yeah, I think this is the better play given the board state. And we can get that card back. No, we can't. Never mind, because it's a sorcery. Never mind. But, we gummed up the battlefield, so... Next step is trying to get rid of this thing. What does the -6 do? You get an emblem at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Okay. Does that hit anything? Oh, 4 or less, yeah. Why would you get rid of my commander? That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you get rid of anything else? Okay, I don't know about that one. Okay, let's get some more land destruction down. They're 2 turns off of their thing here. Their ultimate. Once in future, return target card from graveyard to 3. Instead, return those cards to your hand, exile. So we could get Titania's command back. This is an instant as well. We could play Ruby, and then we'd have, what? 2 mana left over. We could start demolishing their lands. I mean, we could. They're not going to be able to have a great attack next turn. I just don't know if this is the matchup for land destruction. That's what I keep thinking. But that's what we came here to do, so... Make sure we hit our land drop next turn, no attacks. Yep.
I will guard your advance.
They're gonna attack. So they have a pump spell or something? Because I'll gladly block. Is it indestructible? Indestructible. Gotcha. Indestructible. Why is it indestructible? Why is it indestructible? What am I missing? We'll take the 8, I guess. Fateful Absence, the bear. Make a clue. Okay. Seismic Shift. We can get triple mana on all our basics. Oh, it's indestructible because of Basri Ket. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we don't really have an answer for this, unfortunately. I mean, we can't really attack through all this. This doesn't destroy anything relevant. But it does gum up the battlefield even more. I guess. Make it a little bit bigger. Let's fight their Soul Warden. They're gaining too much life. And I'm afraid they have like a secret life gain strategy. With like a Heliod or something. Okay, -6. There's not a lot we can do about that.
I am proud of us. We blaze like the suns, filling every shadow.
Getting rid of their creature also makes Adeline smaller. And is this an upkeep trigger? Being a combat. Okay, so. Alright. Get rid of the Ravager Worm, probably. Yeah. Make a 1/1. And then put a +1/+1 counter. Yep. Okay, but it's not indestructible anymore. So we have to block, otherwise we die. Okay. Well. Damn. We just don't have enough mana to do all the things we need to do. Yeah, this was a tough deck against land destruction because mono white can, like, all their stuff is 3 mana or less. I guess we can try to draw out of it with a clue. That doesn't do it. Yeah, we can wrap it up. I don't see a way out of this. Tough first opponent. Just, bad matchup, I think is the right way to put it. Bad matchup. Anytime you're doing land destruction, you run up against a deck that's low to the ground like that, it's hard to make the land destruction effective, right? Because even if we, I mean, we had the land that blew up their land and we had to demolish, so even if we took out 2 of their lands and they were down to 1, you know, they still had, like, everything they needed on the board already. So, it is what it is. I like that card. Creeping Mold is nice. Burn down the house. What is this against? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1. Okay. They get to go first. Alright. So I guess we will turn 1 Elvish Mystic, turn 2 Ruby. And then turn 3 Creepy Mold. You just gonna counter my commander? That's fine. I'm still gonna turn 3 Creeping Mold you. All right. Sure. Ooh, that's what we like to see. No land drop, and they spent all their mana, so they don't have a counterspell up. So which one's more important? Probably the blue. So what does your deck do without lands? So this is kind of like where the deck turns the corner, right? They keep missing their land drops, and now we're going to make a ton of mana. Maybe they have a swords here. Yeah, because why not? We still get a treasure, and we can still get it back with Shigeki. So, it's fine. We still ramped. They're still missing their land drop. Yeah. I mean, that was about as good as it gets for a land destruction deck. Like, they were missing their land drops, and we got to blow up their land. Unfortunate for the opponent, though, because, getting mana screwed against a land destruction deck is, that's a bad time. But that game more accurately demonstrated how the deck is designed to work, right? We ramp into our 4 mana land destruction spell while they have 2 lands down or 3 lands down. We blow up their most important land. In this case, it was a blue land. And go from there. Alright, this is a tough deck. This is actually a Hellq deck. We haven't been playing Hellq commanders so far, but this one is definitely up there. So we have 0 land destruction, but a lot of good ramp. It's like, normally I would never turn down a hand like this, but you know, what are we doing, right? We're like, I mean, I guess this can loot us, so that's nice. We can keep looting, but we're kind of hoping to draw into land destructions. I'm gonna mulligan, because we didn't come here to ramp, we came here to destroy lands. This at least gets rid of their commander, right? They get to go first. Whenever you gain life, explores, ward, pay 3 life. And explore means it gets like a 1/1 counter, right? Yeah, so this may not kill it, but we have to risk it. We don't have any red, though. Ah! I guess Into the North can get us a red, but then we're a turn off and it's already too big for this to kill. I guess we're hoping we draw a mountain here. I don't really want to go down to 6. Speaker of the Heavens. Okay. Unholy Heat. Okay. Okay, but that doesn't get turned on for a minute. But it gives us a chance to kill it maybe a little later if we Into the North. Gain a life. I imagine they're not going to do the 1/1, right? Yeah, okay. So it's a choice of theirs. They don't have to do the 1/1. So we'll go get a red source. And now we have at least 2 ways to kill it. If they can't gain life at instant speed. That's what we're hoping. Okay, so they did. They did pump it. So now, what's the strategy? 4 more card types. Yeah, we don't have enough red. We don't have enough red to do everything we want. So I think we just ramp. Get another red source so we can start doing double spell stuff. But right now we only have 4 damage to spread around, so we gotta hope they don't make this a 5/5. Okay. Let's see what they do. Okay, they don't. They don't make it a 5/5. Okay. So... Man, it's too bad we didn't have a third red, because we could display of power and kill some stuff. But, we could also just burn down the house. Maybe that's the play. Yeah. I forgot about burn down the house. That's probably just the play here, huh? And then we get around the ward ability. Okay, so... Oh, we do have 3 red. Wait, hold on. We do have 3 red. Is it better to burn down the house, though? Probably. Okay, red, 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 green, green. Take action. Land a war elf. Okay. Now we can still do the display of power thing if we get another red source or we get Ruby back down. I was thinking about doing it there because I had discussed it before, but they just had too many things. Like what I would be doing with display of power, like sniping a couple of their creatures, is it burn down the house does better, right? Okay, so here's another red source. So let's do that. In the graveyard, plus putting that stuff in the graveyard turns on Unholy Heat slowly. So that's dice. Ruby into Bone Crusher. Yep, pay 3 life. Resolve. Take action. Get your commander out of here. Ramp. Pass. Hold up Unholy Heat for whatever shenanigans they put down. If they put down their commander again, I'll blow it up again. They are in black and white, so they could have a lot of different... Sarah Paragon, that's pretty good. A lot of different types of board wipes and stuff like that. Okay, so probably Alseed is, or maybe Speaker. They can only do 1. Yeah. Resolve. So we can display of power and do... and kill this. This is a clue as a food, so I can gain some life. Or use it for mana. Okay. Not what we wanted to see. We really need something... We have all the mana, we need our heavy hitting spells now. I really want to save this for their commander. They're falling asleep. Okay. Well, we don't have a choice. We can't let this thing live. Protection spell? So do they have to sacrifice this? They do. Okay. Resolve. Protection from red. Submit 0. Alright. They can just bring it back, which is unfortunate. And we are out of cards. We could have tried to blow up the Owl Seed, but then they just get it back with Sarah Paragon anyway. So, I don't really know what we were supposed to do there. Yikes. Okay. That's a big boy. Or girl. Girl. Face down card, sure. Ward 2. I guess we'll block it with the goose, right? Try to survive 2 more turns. That's a good card. Okay, hold on. Do I have enough mana because of the ward 2? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to do x equals 6, so that's 8. So I don't have enough for the ward 2 if I do 5. Oh, that is incredibly annoying. If I still had the goose, I could. Okay, so cancel. We're just gonna kill their Paragon then. Opponent is very sleepy. It is early in the morning. Maybe they're not awake yet. Okay, they flip it over. I don't know what this card is. Turn face up. Exile up to X other target creatures from the battlefield and or creatures from the graveyards. Okay. So exile these guys. Your go, they say. Okay. Alright, Azusa, not what we want to see. This is a food, right? So we at least can gain some life, right? Top deck mode does not feel good when they have 5 cards in hand. Man, if we had 1 more mana, we could have killed that thing. And if we had the goose still, then we could have done that. Pass. Sacrifice the food so we don't die. Okay. I guess we'll sacrifice our commander. Oh, are we... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, man, that's game. Don't like losing to the snotty little brat opponent, but whatever. It is what it is. So this is highlighting the tough thing about a Gruul land destruction deck is the card draw is kind of it's not great, you know. If we had better better card draw, I think we'd be okay. We have spells in the deck to battle the board states we've been in, but whether or not we draw them is a different thing. Lots of ramp. Vorinclex is nice. Nissa is nice. Muldrotha. I don't think we have any graveyard hate in the deck. Yeah, I mean, these are clocks. We'll keep it. No land destruction, which is a bummer. This has to enchant a forest. Okay. So I guess this is our only play. And then what? Next turn, Springbloom Druid, sack, Viseju, get a couple forests. They play their Shigeki. Interesting. Probably just to start the mill plan. The reason we sack the Viseju is because we have cards in the deck that could get it back, and we'd rather have that in the graveyard than a basic land. Okay, they are also ramping. They could activate Shigeki at any time. So let's see, what does this say? Tap, activate, so this ability would go on the stack. This is like a free mana, essentially. Red. I mean, so we have double red going. We can play Cavern of Souls on human. Done. And then we can play Nissa and get that going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do the double Phyrexian. Unless they have a counter spell. Nope. Okay. This is a clock. And what's nice is it also has destroy target artifact or enchantment baked into it, so we could like destroy their Wolfwillow Haven, which is kind of like land destruction, right? Maybe that was the better play there, actually. They bring Gyruda out of the... Oh, they're using a companion. Gotcha. Gyruda is a card. They didn't play a land. So if we... Or did they? 1, 2, 3... Was this a land? Maybe this is the land they played. They have Shigeki. So there's definitely an argument to blow up Wolfwillow Haven. In fact, I think that's what we do.
Phyrexia is the future.
We can play this as a land, right? Or this as a land. We can blow up their Shigeki, which I think is definitely something we should do. So that we stop their mill plan, and Shigeki allows them to get stuff out of the graveyard. We have this card in our deck, like I explained in the intro. Play this as a land. Yeah, we don't care if it enters tapped. All attack. I guess we could have done untapped and played Ruby and ramped a little bit more. It's okay. Okay. They're ramping. But we kept them off Muldrotha or Gyruda for a little bit. Okay, more ramp. Just seeing if these are any of these are artifacts or enchantments. They are not. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we just Vorinclex here.
Welcome, my companion.
Gyruda. Hopefully they don't hit anything good. Nice. Dream Eater, Surveil 4. Okay. That's okay, it has haste. No attacks. So, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 4 mana we could spend with Dryad's Revival. The thing is that they're at 10 life, so if we play Vorinclex and attack them, they have to block something. Unholy Heat is turned on, so we can kill the Dream Eater for one red and still have enough to Vorinclex. I think that's the plan, but let me look in the graveyard just in case. So we can get back Virtue of Strength, Shatter Skull Smashing. So I think I would want to get Shatterskull Smashing back, but I don't have enough mana to get it back and kill everything. So I think the play here is Unholy Heat the Dream Eater. Vorinclex. Attack them for lethal. They have to double block. I guess they don't have to double block. It would be wise to double block. And make another giant creature and go from there. Okay, they're gonna Gyruda again. I don't think they hit anything, did they? Non-basic land? Sure. They can hit my Cavernous Souls, or they can fight a creature. But it's a 4/5, so yeah. What else were their options? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nothing. They hit all lands. Oh, oops. Well, I guess they felt like Ravager Worm was their best option, but oh, did we get another pack? Okay, this is kind of funny mid-episode to do this, but oh, nice. I have a rare now. Do I crack Stone Rain? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. No. That's such a waste of a wild card. Sorry, it's just... maybe if there's some timeless deck that's like... you know, land destruction for Stone Rains or something, I could get on board, but... I'd rather use that wild card on a future Historic Brawl video commander or something like that. Feather the Redeemed. This is an older card. Or the Spark. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature you control, exile that card instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, return it to your hand. Okay, so it's like pseudo protection? Okay. We have land destruction. A couple pieces of land destruction. Yeah, I mean, this is a land destruction hand, so... And we get to go first. I just hope they don't remove our creature. But turn 3, we're blowing up lands. Plains. Esper Sentinel, sure. You can draw tons of cards if you want. That's no problem. You can't use them if you don't have lands. Good. Tap out. Oh, no blocks. No blocks. Okay, let's math here. If I... No, I can't. No, if I Elvish Mystic for green and Utopia Sprawl, I essentially don't lose any mana, right? Yes. Resolve. They can draw a card. Decline. More green right now, because this is 1 mana of any color, right? Yeah. Okay. Blow up your... They need double white to cast their commander. Blow up your red. Okay. What can you do for 1 white? Do we? Sorry. Land destruction just makes me so happy. I can't help it. Are we gonna get the salty rope? Because they have 0 timeouts. Okay, they have another white source. Okay, they had a play. Double attack, yep. Yep, they're on the weenie beatdown plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, draw the card. Lose your creatures. What's funny is that, like, beyond this, we have no way of winning the game. We're just blowing up their lands. Oh, that's just mean. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can Ruby, right? Yes. Nah, let's get that out of here. Sure, I'll attack with my Death Toucher. Or does it not have Death Touch right now? It doesn't have Death Touch. Never mind. I'm just offering it up as a gift. I mean, you might as well block it, opponent. Yeah, okay, there you go. I misplayed. You gotta block it. I'm making misplays because I'm just enjoying blowing up all your lands so much. Okay. I'll give you the opportunity to blow up some of mine. How about that?
Land fights for us.
So if they do have like a Swords to Plowshares or something, we can Display of Power it. They're not giving up, so I give the opponent props. It'd be really easy to give up. What is this? Target creature you control gets +2/+2 in a turn. When that creature leaves the battlefield this turn, you get a one-time boon with when you cast the next creature spell, draw a card. Okay. Well, we don't have anything with reach anymore. So there's no real point in copying this. So I guess they're just doing that to draw a card. They can attack the Nissa, which is fine. Pass, pass.
Stop.
It has Vigilance, so it can still block. Come on, no more lands.
Harness the elements.
I mean, the beatdown plan is real, though. I don't know if they're gonna want to keep taking 6 a turn. Unless they can pump this, they can't kill next turn. Okay, take 6. End turn. We have all the mana to copy their next instant sorcery. Maybe this would have been worth it just to draw the card. Okay, so they do have a pump spell. Alright, so Nissa goes away. That's okay, we have lots of mana, so... And we can get Nissa back. And they miss a land drop, so we're just kind of in a weird stalemate. Oops. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. Next. We'll just keep beating you down. I think you're dead next turn if you don't do something. Okay, they can play their commander. Yep. So they have a 4/5 blocker. Okay. They're gonna attack because it's vigilant. Makes sense. Pass. We've really started to hit. Oh. Beautiful. Whenever you cast an instant resource, yeah, no, this works. So I own their commander now. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, kind of hit the top deck plan there a little bit, but we got through. I have plenty of like pseudo card draw in the deck, like the Celestis and the One Ring and things like that, but we're just not hitting them. So we're getting into this state where we, like, you know, run out of cards and we're top decking hoping we hit something relevant. 3-color deck is nice for land destruction. Alchemy card. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield in your control, that creature perpetually gains haste if its power is 4 or greater. If its toughness is 4 or greater, you gain 4 life. If its mana value is 4 or greater, seek a creature card. They just had to put the seeker creature card. Okay. Because otherwise this is like a kind of a cool commander until they put, you know, pull a card for free out of your deck. We have land destruction. Land destruction is nice against three color and beyond decks because it's really easy to keep them off their game plan. So we have ramp and a way to get the spell back. Sure. We don't have red mana right now, though. We can get red mana with this guy, though. Okay. So, Beseiju, Elvish Mystic. Same thing as before. Play the Forest next turn. Springbloom Druid. Blow up the Beseiju. Maybe we can get it back later. They are also going to ramp. It's a nice target for a land destruction spell. Oh, cool. Okay, so we got the... We can go get a red source. I still think we Springbloom Druid and hold this. Now we have 2 creatures on the battlefield just as potential blockers. Do we have any double green, anything in our... No. So we can just get 2 red sources. We don't have any spells in our hand that require double anything. Next turn we'll have 5 mana. Is this a non-basic land? No, it's a basic land. These are all... This isn't a non-basic. Okay. So they played their commander. So they have to play creatures for this to do anything. Hold on, let's map out what we're gonna do, make sure we get the right land. So we have a green, green, red, red. I don't think it'll matter, but we want to blow up their lands. So is it better to do it with Goblin Ruin Master? Probably, because it has a body. This is gonna give them green and white, yeah. This is their only green source. They have 2 red sources and 2 white sources. This is essentially like killing 2 lands. So I think the play is Seismic Shift to blow up this guy. And no attacks. And let's see if they can play anything. They can't. Okay. So now we can... Can we still do this? 1, 2, 3... It's kicker 1, right? Yeah. 1, 2... Yeah. Okay. Just doing the math, making sure. I have done this to myself before. That's the only non-basic, so that's the one that's gonna go. Okay, they have plenty of lands. Bloodstained Mire, probably Stomping Ground. Or maybe we should get a gate so that we can get more cards. Probably the gate, actually, because it's card advantage. We can get... We can get 2 cards back from our graveyard, so... Why don't we... Into the north. I guess more green. Should we get Beseiju in case they have an enchantment or artifact or something like that? Or should we get more lands? I guess Beseiju's the best spell down there. We can play the land for turn. No, I think we want to hold it up. I think we have plenty of mana. Yep, that makes sense. Is this an enchantment? No, it's not. They missed a land drop. Cultivate. Okay, so let's do it like this. Let's seek. Cool. I don't want to keep missing land drops. We have so much mana. It's like, it feels weird to miss a land drop, but we have, I mean, look at the mana advantage. They have 2 lands. Yeah. There we go. Land destruction doing its thing. Yeah, I just felt like the value of Boseiju, like, I can't think of a spell, but let's say they put down an artifact, like a mana rock, or an enchantment that ramped them somehow, or gave them card advantage. It'd be nice to blow it up, right? Even though Boseiju gives them a land too, I felt like it was worth it just in case. It was better to have that as an option than play it as a land and just have more mana when we already had so much. Even though it felt weird missing a land drop. Gix. Okay, so this is a tough one too, because like I said, it's nice when you're against 3-color decks and 4-color and 5-color decks, but it's tough when you're against a monocolor deck, because they usually have plenty of lands and they only have one color that they care about. So it's a little bit more difficult. And Gix was a 3/3, so Lightning Bolt is nice to have. We have Ramp. We can copy Lightning Bolt if we needed to. Mind's Eye draws us cards, so I think we keep this. This is a nice card in this deck too, because we make so much mana, so we always have the ability to pay the 1 when they draw a card. So we're essentially like drawing 2 cards a turn if we get this down, and they can't get rid of it. And in mono black, they shouldn't be able to get rid of it. Going first is nice. This enters the battlefield tapped, so I think we start with you and go from there. Next turn we're probably just playing Ruby. We have so much ramp in this deck, we almost don't even need to play Ruby most of the time. We'll give them a hello. They'll probably not want to say hello to me after they realize what my deck does, but that's okay. Single black. Hopefully they don't have a cut down. Doesn't look like they do. Do we hold up Lightning Bolt? Probably not, because we're going to save it for Gix, so I don't think we're going to Lightning Bolt whatever they play this turn. Gate to Tumbletown. Tumbletown looks like a cool spot. What does this do? Alchemy card. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control die, draft a card from this spell book. Triggers only once per turn. Alright, well that's... It's like they know what's gonna happen. Alright, so... You can Druid. Against a black deck, I kind of want to Beanstalk Giant over play a Mana Dork, because they're probably gonna have a lot of removal. If we you know, get to choose between the 2 different ramp options. So I think we play this tap land and then we ramp like this. Get another green. And go from there. We could play Mind's Eye next turn and have the 1 up to draw if we want, or keep the 1 up to Lightning Bolt their commander. I never realized Beanstalk Giant put it into play untapped. That's pretty cool. I always just assumed it was tapped. They might blow up my commander, which is fine. They don't. Okay. We're not really worried about getting countered in this matchup. So, Windswept Heath. Crack it. I think we definitely want to blow up Gix here. They'll get to draft a spell, but it is what it is. We have lots of red spells in our hand. Actually, yeah, I guess we just get Stomping Ground, right? That makes sense. 2 life. Mind's Eye. Holding up Ruby mana for Lightning Bolt. So what does this do again? Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, his controller may pay 1 life. If they do, draw a card. I think we just kill this now. While they're tapped out, they have no way to interact with it. Because they could have like those scam cards, right? The 1 mana scam cards in their deck. I definitely would if I was playing this deck. I don't have the mana to pay for Mind's Eye, but you can see if we did have the mana, we'd be able to draw 2 cards a turn. 1 on their turn, 1 on our turn. But keeping them off Gix, I mean, that's how their whole deck works. So now, I imagine they're going to play some of their, like, 1/1 flyers or something like that. I built the deck like this before. That's fine. That's kind of a waste of that card, but that's fine. Yeah, 1/1 little guys that you either don't want to block or can't block. So I think we just Ruby. We don't leave. Oh no, we can. Yeah, we can do this and hold up 1 mana for Mind's Eye, and we won't attack. And that way, when they draw a card, we can draw a card. Autopay. Yay! We finally got some land destruction. And do we have enough mana to copy that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do, if they don't blow up our creatures. If they blow up one of our creatures, we still have enough mana with Cavern Souls. Okay, Drowning the Ichor. Interesting. Proliferate, they don't have anything to proliferate. What does this do? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under enchanted player's control, that player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. I don't think that'll be super relevant in this matchup. Cavern of Souls, I guess we'll name Human. Okay. So now we have enough mana to keep Mind's Eye mana up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we don't. Okay. So we will Acidic Slime, make sure we have enough red. Yes. Oh, it's not I thought it was a sorcery, so we can't display a power. Never mind. Never mind. Why do you have non-snow swamps and snow swamps? That's a really interesting choice. But I'm gonna... Okay. So the decision is, do we blow up a land, which keeps them off Gix, or do we blow up some of these things? This is like free card advantage, right? The control player in me tells me to blow up this thing because it's free card advantage. But blowing up the land keeps them off of... Yeah, we came here to destroy lands. Normally I would blow this up, but for all you land destruction lovers, that was a play for you. Shigeki, no, we'll keep Shigeki. No attacks. End turn. Lifelink Haste. So we'll draw the card. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. They all tap for both. Gilded Goose, sure. I thought this was a sorcery, which is why I thought we could display a power it, but we cannot. So we can get Lightning Bolt back with Shigeki, Heartless Act. Sure. Now we can get it back with Shigeki. Pass. I don't think they're going to want to attack. They don't. Timeless Witness can get Acidic Slime back as well. Do we have enough to do both? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite. We can Beanstalk Giant. They say good game. Well, we'll just show them what we're gonna do. And see if they want to keep playing. There we go. So now we can blow up 2 of their lands. They say good game, but they didn't scoop. Yeah. They get a card. Won't matter because you won't have any lands. Would you like to say good game again? Okay. Okay. GG. Oh, what time is it? We got some more time. Creature control have add colorless man's mechanics not an artifact spell whenever you cast an artifact spell. That's kind of cool. I never saw this card. Huh. Simic Artifacts matters. Kind of a unique twist on Simic. I like it. We'll play 1 or 2 more. Rat King. Unholy Heat. So this is a rat deck, right? They're gonna have like endless rats. How much does this cost? 3? We'll try it. I mean, that's a good card for the aggro version of this deck, but not necessarily for this matchup. Rat Colony, yep. There's gonna be a lot of those. So, part of me thinks, let's just ramp, right? The other part of me says, let's put down Urbrass Forge and put the pressure on them, because they're going to keep putting down rats. And we can Unholy Heat the rats. What does this do again? Other rats have Toxic. Yep. I'm going to try it this way. It's a clock. Yep. They don't play their commander, which we like. We also have Titania's Command eventually. We can blow up their lands too. But I think we need to get rid of their rats. So I think we can Holy Heat a rat. Let's blow up the one that can't block. Go to combat. Attack. They don't block. Okay. Poison Dart Frog. So now we at least have blockers for their rats. Yeah. We don't want to get rid of our mana right now. If we have one more land, we can Titania's Command and basically block them forever. We could also Dry's Revival and Holy Heat. No blocks. We're at 22 life. We'll just let that happen. Okay. Okay. Too bad this isn't an instant. So we can buff our whole team. And I think that's the way to go. For now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't play this. Let's attack first, see what they do. They're starting to think about blocking, because they're realizing it's getting big. So now I can kill 2 of their rats. Rat King, put a bunch of rats in their hand. 2 rats, not the worst. Okay. Toxic 1. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could get back on Holy Heat and kill a rat. Next turn they're going to play 2 rats. We could block both the rats. I'm not really worried about the toxic right now. Let's go to combat. Hit them with the 4-1. They don't want to block. I wish it could be Titania's command, but we don't have enough mana. 1, 2, 3, and we'd only have 4 mana left. Can I die next turn? They're gonna make these into 6-1s. Yeah, I could die next turn. And then I wouldn't even have enough mana to cast it. Yep. So it's got to be Unholy Heat, unfortunately. We could play my commander and block with my commander. That's fine. That's a totally good trade for me. Let's see how many rats they put down. Resolve. So these ones can't attack this turn. It's just the 5-1. No, I don't want to activate mana abilities. But I do want to kill these. So I'll still have 6 mana. And they'll have 10 power. Is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do? I really just want to get rid of the rats. I don't really care about their commander now. I think we don't block here. We just get rid of the rat. Take action. Paradise Druid is a 2-1, so we can block with that. Make a 5-1. So we just gotta survive 2 more turns, and they're dead. They have 1 card in hand. So we can Ruby, or we can Paradise Druid. Let's Paradise Druid since we have it. End the turn. We just have to not die. I'm assuming attack with all. Yep. So, is this going to be the mana? Nope. They're giving me like a chance to respond. Okay, so Paradise Druid on a rat. Elvish Mystic on a rat. Right? Yes. They're out of cards. Do you want to block the 6/1? This has trample too, keep in mind. So even if they decide to block next turn, I think it's still going to kill them. Play Ruby as a blocker. End turn. Last time I played a rat deck, they top decked some like 8 mana Haymaker right now, and that was not fun. So this is lethal. Pass, so we... Yeah. Oh, I see. They want me to block their commander. Nah. No. They wanted me to block their commander so that they could get back in the command zone, so they could have it enter the battlefield again and draw a bunch of rats. So by not blocking it, I basically took all their options away. Rat decks, man. I don't understand the... I mean, maybe in 60 card I could see a rat deck being fun, like a mono black devotion rat deck I could see being cool. But in Historic Brawl, like 100 card singleton, you want to play a rat deck? I don't know. Teach their own. Not my thing. Not my thing. Faithless Looting is nice. They get to go first. Where do they... They're playing this guy. Okay. This might kill it, and Faithless Looting helps turn Unholy Heat on. So we'll see if we get there. We're gonna just keep and hope that Faithless Looting gets us where we need to go. And if it doesn't, we'll lose. Okay, we drew a green. So, does that change anything? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, I think we can get rid of the Azusa. And... do we get rid of a land here? To have another type in the graveyard? Yeah, probably. So we can get rid of this mountain. Okay. Got a land destruction spell. 2 land destruction spells. Next turn we can Ruby, and then the turn after that we can Cultivate. Hopefully they don't kill Ruby. They are a Rakdos deck. Arcane Signet. Okay. Burn on the house is nice. That can kill their commander. Ruby. Hold up Unholy Heat, I guess. Which we're only 1 card away from being turned on, and I think... No. I was going to say, maybe Cultivate gets us there, but it doesn't. Resolve. We can kill their 2/2, though. Yeah, which I think is definitely worth it. Now that we have burned down the house, I'm not as worried about holding this up for their commander. Cultivate seems like the play. So just get a red and a green. Do we care? No, I don't think we can do anything either way. We'll put the red on the battlefield and we'll play this as a land because it enters tapped, and then next turn we'll have an untapped land. They get to Faithless Looting as well. They do not. Wow, I don't think that's the first time I've ever seen someone not activate this. Maybe it's not the first time, but it's pretty rare to see someone not ditch anything. Okay. Heist my library. Sure. Hopefully it's not a land destruction spell. Alchemy cards. What are you supposed to do against that? That's insane. That's like the best card they could have hit my deck. Oh, man. We were playing so well up until then, too, but... I don't need to go on a rant about alchemy cards, but that pretty much summarizes my feelings about them, right? That would already be a good play if they got to steal my card and then cast it for mana of any color, right? But to play it for free? Come on. Does anyone even play alchemy? I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. I know why they're pushing it so hard. They want to get rid of paper magic and have it be online only, so they can make even more money. But still. Okay, next game. Lila Undefeated Slick Shot. At least this is a real card. Prowess. Whenever you cast a multicolored instant or sorcery spell from your hand, exile that spell instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, it becomes plotted. So they get to kind of like double spell. What's its toughness? It's a 3/3. We get to go first. Yeah, I think we do this. This is nice. Extra card draw for the mid game. We can ramp with our commander. Tap land. Next turn will be forest into our commander. And then we'll start blowing up lands. We don't have anything to do with the mana, so might as well attack. Yep. Okay. Doesn't really matter which one. They still have 3 mana. Play their commander. We could blow it up here. We could Vorinclex. And get down the Immortal Sun. Yeah, I think the ramp plan is still probably best, and we get a 6/6 down. Do we have a Gate Forest? We do. Oh, we have this as well. I think since we have the Immortal Sun, we can take the Stomping Ground. And we can use Ravager Worm to fight their commander. Next turn, I think. Okay, they're probably holding up counter magic. Let's make them use whatever they have. What is this? Hold on. Can I look at the spell? No? Resolve? It has prowess, sure. Tap target creature, deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. Okay. No attacks. So we could either blow up a land or fight their commander. I think on this board, it's blowing up their commander. I'm not even sure we could... What is this? Destroy target land with activated ability. Yeah, so these don't even have activated abilities, so that was our only option anyway, was to fight their commander. And now we have 12 power on the battlefield, so they're on a 2-turn clock. Oh, maybe they can blow up one of my things here if they toss a really big spell. Five. Not quite, opponent. Unless you have like a lightning bolt or a shock or something. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They didn't want this to flip. But we can tally them next turn, I think. And they're tapped out. Okay. Yep. Do the thing. We all know how this works. What is this? Tap target creature deals damage to target. Wow. Useless. Choose one or both. I guess I just won't choose it. So, what's better? Smashing Success? Technically it's Vorklex, but we came here to blow up lands, so I'm gonna take that. We're blowing up lands, and they can see it, so I want them to know this is coming next turn. Goldspan Dragon. Okay, so they have a way to make mana now, so maybe it's not coming next turn. They have 3 mana. They have 5 mana. It's a cool play. Target your own Goldspan. Play your commander. Yeah. That's what I was hoping they did. Because we can Spiteful Banditry for 4 and kill their stuff and keep our stuff alive. So let's do that real quick. Red, red. Does it really matter? Green, red, green. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, return commander. Create a treasure. Urbrass Forge. Hell yeah. Okay, so they're dead next turn unless they deal with the board. Doesn't have a ton of ways of doing that. I mean, I guess they could bounce everything. River's Rebuke or Cyclonic Rift. That ain't gonna do it. We'll give them the opportunity to respond. Counterspell, tap my creature, bounce my creature. This is an instant? This is an instant speed land destruction spell? That's pretty gross. Okay. Create a treasure. We came here to blow up lands. So this would give me 1, 2... Looks like the opponent doesn't want to find out. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could play this, since it makes my spells cost 1 less to cast, if I could cast this and Smashing Success. But I don't think I could have, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I would have had 2 mana left over. But I think the right play would have still been to get the Immortal Sundown since we're low on cards. I mean, I guess we just win, right? But, yeah. I wanted to do more land destruction, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's do a deck review. So, Ruby. There's obviously a million different types of decks you could play with Ruby. It's just a really good turn 2 mana dork, right? That acts more like a mana rock since it activates immediately. You could build a creature deck. You could build off of its other ability, where if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, you know, it gets +2/+2. You know, or any other kind of Gruul ramp strategy. But land destruction is definitely, I think, one of the more fun things you can do, and I'm not saying this is the best version of the land destruction deck. Obviously, like I said, there's some cards missing, like Stone Rain, that would make this deck better immediately, as well as some of the other top-end stuff. But this is a fun pile, and it's like we're in B tier, so we're not playing against like the sweatiest decks in the format. We're not in Hell Q with this deck, thankfully. So we have some breathing room to like get our strategy going. So it's kind of just like a 100 card Gruul pile of land destruction cards with some top end haymakers. It's fun. So if this is your jam, deck list is in the description. Check it out. There's not a whole lot of strategy to break down this deck. It's just ramp and blow up their lands, and then when they're, you know, on the back foot or they can't, you know, figure out a way to come back, you just drop your haymakers. So if you liked the video, subscribe. If you haven't already, join the Discord. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.